And we are live Wednesday night with those guys.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to Wednesday Nights with Those Guys, with special guest host from Studio B, Paul Murray.
Yep.
Those guys.
Hold on, my mistake. I didn't mute. All right, I'm good now. I just got the delay. I got your alert that you're live, and we're live and kicking. What's good, Hadley? How are you, brother? Hey, Hadley, look what I got. I got your alert that you're live, and
What is that?
what's up, Elliot?
I still hear an echo. What?
That's not on my end.
It's not over here either, I don't believe.
Hadley, waiting for the receiver to come, brother.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, look at there. I just copied a model. I'm gonna mess with it. It came with some little
What's up,
tiny
Elliot?
piece. Hadley says he hears an echo. So hold on a second. Let me go to my window. It's muted on my end. So it's not muted on your end, Herman?
Yeah, it's muted.
Maybe
It's
Cool Bic
Cool
has.
Bic. No, Cool Bic's muted though.
Hey, Saigon says send him a link.
You have his email?
Do I have his email? Saigon, send me your email on Messenger.
I think I got it.
Elliot says, yeah, send him. Elliot says, hello, everyone. Welcome back, Elliot, from your hiatus, whatever that may have been. Yeah, if you got it, send them an invite. Anyway, what's good? How the hell is everyone doing? Happy hump day. And I'm extra ecstatic because I just got my module for Crossfire. I'm waiting. The receiver comes in tomorrow. Sleeping Bear, what's good?
What's up, man?
How are you, Sleeping Bear? And welcome to Wednesday Nights with Those Guys. Desmond Stonder, Saigon. We're trying to get you in here now.
Okay, I just sent him a link.
Okay, he just sent it to you.
What's up, Desmond?
Paul just sent you a link.
So, yeah, Paul, you were having some camera issues.
Yeah.
Driving you crazy. Hey, Sean, what's up?
Well, especially when it's like 24 degrees outside, and here I am up and down the ladder, and I got an iPad out there and worried about it freezing.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, it isn't. But you were able to resolve the issue.
No.
Because I hear, now what is the problem that you're having exactly? Hey, Geeks Fun, I sent you an invite.
I bought the little Wyze cameras.
Lawrence, you see what Hadley said?
Yes, Hadley. In 2 weeks, the Pro is coming here too. I've decided to pull a trigger.
Herman shaking his head.
No, because I can just remember back to the old Odd Couple episodes when Felix was walking down the street with that big rolling case.
Yep.
Oh, did you me? You talk about me looking for a place to live after I buy any more FPV parts? Don't encourage them, Paul.
Well, you and Justin could go get an apartment somewhere.
Okay, Paul, you got jokes today, huh? Well, all I can say is that everyone is saying, go Crossfire. And I'm going, but my pockets can't afford Crossfire. So I was able to work it out so that I could squeeze out a Crossfire. And when I say squeeze it out, it's like squeezing blood from a stone. I had to grunt really hard, bro.
Yeah, we've all
Your
had
wife, see, Hadley says he's cool. His wife flies, so he's good. He's lucky.
There was a time, though, I remember when she didn't fly, and he had to play the same games with her.
Mm-hmm.
Then she got her own, and she started flying. Now it's not a problem.
See, that would be an issue, because then I would have to look for people to sabotage my stuff. I wouldn't. I don't know. Women are very competitive like that. Jay Santiago, how are you, sir? I see you got your Skydio too. How you liking it? And when are you gonna take her out for an adventure?
See that, Paul?
What's that?
They started shipping the Skydio after
Yeah,
you,
Jay Santiago got his
after
Skydio.
you canceled your order.
Of course, that's usually how it is.
Well, what I figure is all hundreds of people canceled their orders. So all the guys that hesitated and ordered, they got pushed to the top of the list right away.
That's probably what happened.
Or shuffled in somehow. Yeah.
Yep.
That's probably what happened. They lost 300 people and were able to bump up.
Yep.
someone
How you
else.
doing, everyone?
Hey, Twan.
What's up, Twan?
What's up, Twan? How are you?
No, man, I'm so tired today. I am beat, man. I worked last night and then I had to work this morning, bro.
You're not wearing your mask.
No. When I go to the airport, that's why all the people are coming out, and then I went.
Mike Kelly, how are you?
Telling you should line them up at the van, tell them to put their hands against the side of the van,
And spray
them with the Lysol.
Yeah, get a backpack sprayer and just give it to them. You know.
No. What happened is some passenger arrived JFK last night. They quarantined them for 2 weeks, man.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. Because you know what? One of my passengers stuck in there 45 minutes. So I called the airline, yo, what happened? I got to leave, man, because I have to work in the morning. They said, oh, I'm sorry, but can I get out? I said, why? Oh, because they came from China. And they ask you, when you arrive, they ask you where you came from. Your flight, they call it a connection flight. So when you say from China, they say, let's go. You can't go home for 2 weeks.
Wow.
No
Wow.
shit. I don't make this up, man. This shit is no joke, man.
Yeah, no, I heard it on the news.
Yeah, JFK, they set it up somewhere, I don't know where, but they quarantine people, man. You know, this is like very serious stuff, man. The masks, they have two of them. They call the N95, and there's another one, I don't know the name, but they're pretty good. The only thing I cannot breathe when I drive because it's blocked. No shit. So.
Well, you know what I laugh at, Twan, is all those people in China all have masks. And I saw one guy was on Chinese and it was translated. Somebody asked him how many masks he has to use a day. He says, well, I just use it one way and then I turn it around and use it the other way. And I'm thinking,
you're supposed to use them every day, different one. You cannot recycle.
Yeah.
So
That's funny because it's really, really scary. I thought it was a joke when they showed the drone, the Enterprise drone telling the lady in Chinese to go home and wash her hands or something weird. They showed it on the news this
What's
morning.
the worst part about the whole thing? I'm wondering if a lot of those masks are not just simple.
Hey, what's up, swine flu FPV?
Coffee filters with a rim.
That are not designed for those hazards, but just designed to keep simple dust out.
Yep.
Yeah, they honestly, Walmart ran out. A lot of places ran out. The good one, you know how much the good one? $15 each, man. The good one. The one that have the filter.
The one that has the
side?
filters on the sides,
Yeah.
right? The two
$15,
filters.
man. Crazy, right?
You know what?
That is crazy.
It is crazy.
I would just have to get the canisters for it.
Listen, you know those backpacks that you fill with water to drink?
Uh-huh.
Fill one of those suckers with Lysol, and every time someone comes near, you pump them.
I saw my own eye. This guy wears scuba dive. You know those masks? Yesterday, I said, "This gotta be. Look at this guy, yo. That's he wear one of those scuba dive masks and
Yeah.
freaking. And he walked to the airport. And right now, it's not how it's like. It's not looking silly. It's like not getting that shit because
It's
you
true.
get that shit.
It's true what Mike
You know,
Kelly
you
says.
cannot say, "Oh man, I don't want to look silly." No,
85
just to get on the planet.
It's
JFK,
true.
you recommend a
85% of
wetsuit?
the people who
Yeah.
wear the masks don't know how to put them on. They don't know how to wear them. That
That's
is
what
very
you
true.
recommend
Huh?
going to Kennedy, or you recommend a wetsuit now?
No, you go to Home Depot. They sell one of those suits for the painting.
Hazmat.
They
suit.
sell them.
Hazmat.
Yeah,
Ones
they
for,
sell them.
for removing asbestos.
Yep.
Yeah. No, sir, they good.
Yeah,
of money.
they're good if you
Lot
have
of money.
fresh air, but you'll sweat like a pig in them.
Oh yeah, sure you will.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you sweat like a mother in those. Like
Anyway,
it's
I heard you buy a Pro. What kind of Pro?
no, I didn't buy a drone. I have my
Oh,
Crossfire system, my
oh,
module
okay.
in, and the receiver's coming tomorrow. So I have a bird here
Uh-oh.
that you remember you guys saw it inside the frame? Well, it's here, flight controller, everything.
Yeah.
I'm ready to put it in the frame, but I've taken the receiver that I had in here, an R9 receiver out, and I'm going to put that Crossfire receiver in.
Ah.
And then I should have zero problems. It's my first time. Little packages of what about the air-filled packing also coming from China? Little packages of coronavirus.
Yeah.
Well, someone said,
that
hold it. Sleeping
Well-
Bear said he made a video on how to safely open a package from China.
spray them. You spray with Lysol, man.
Sprayed with Lysol.
Well,
Put that sucker in a,
you know
in a
what?
plastic bag with Lysol and seal it for a day. It'll be good.
well,
No, you know what's good? You get one of those hot steam. You know the machine, the steam machine. They pretty good.
Microwave it, right?
The
No,
only
no.
problem is if it's an electronic device, you might not want to steam it.
Yeah.
Well, you want to be safe or you want to be sorry?
Well, I want to be safe, but I want to use what I got.
Because there's no machine can detect that virus. There's no machine. We have
Yeah,
all
man.
of them device that detect like any kind of what do you call it?
Yep.
You know, like any poison air, right? But they don't have that freaking sensor to detect that yet.
Quick question.
Oh, yeah,
Hadley, if you're still out there, Hadley, I received this little device right here. I don't know if you can see it through the plastic.
It's a silver plastic envelope. We see it.
Right. There's a little chip right here.
We see little bumps in it.
Right there. There you go. There you go. Hadley,
Okay, yeah.
is this chip going to go inside my install? I have to open my radio up and install this chip for my Crossfire to
You
work
can
fully.
really see it through that bag.
I'm going to be doing some homework on how to install this module now.
Lawrence is up to showing us mystery things in silver packages.
Yeah, so I got a simple
I see.
fix for that problem over there at Kennedy Airport.
What?
What kind of
Simple
problem can you
fix.
fix?
Stop
what?
landing?
No. They would have to have their people bring fresh clothes to the airport, right?
Yeah.
And as
And
they're
ask them to
coming
change
off
them?
the plane, right? You hire some of those guys from the car wash. And
Yeah.
as they're coming off the plane, they go right into the room, they strip, scrub them down with the brush, dip, scrub them with that what's that? The brown stuff in the bottle, and then some pine sol and stuff,
Swill?
Beta team.
and a
Beta
cap
9, yep.
and a cap full of bleach.
Yeah.
And just
Well,
scrub them down.
The sad part is, Herman, is grandma probably would like that.
Hose them off, clean clothes, let them go. Spray them with the Lysol at the door, right in their face. Go.
Right in their eyes, right?
Open your mouth, spray it on their tongue. Still bad.
Guys from the
No,
car
but-
wash. You know.
Whatever
But
it takes.
this thing, I be honestly, this is my opinion, okay?
Mhm.
If this thing not gonna sell in 6 months, you know what's gonna happen with the market?
Crippled.
It's gonna be crippled. Yes, not only United States, everybody gonna pay for this. Okay?
Yeah, I do
And then
believe that.
your 401k, don't be surprised. The Wall Street gonna go and tap it in like they did last time. Okay, they're gonna tap it in. You know that, right? They're gonna tap it in early. We're gonna borrow some $1 billion, you know.
Uh-oh,
But
here
the thing
comes-
is, you know, there's a lot of the World Health. They should announce that this is a problem. There's a world problem. They
here
announced
comes
it
those
too late.
loans against the pension fund.
Yeah, and then the guy that in charge of the world, I don't know what's his name. the World Health Organ. He should freaking resign, man. Serious. That guy, they should kick him out, man. You know.
Listen,
It's
right now, they're stealing
bad.
everything they can that's not tied down. They're back to dumping garbage in the oceans again. They're back to
Yep.
polluting the rivers. This isn't going to
But-
happen overnight, okay? The best thing you can do is take over the Senate, and that's it. Because this way, you can guarantee if he is reelected again,
Guys,
he won't
Uh-huh.
get crap done.
with politics.
Yeah, well, yeah. Herman doesn't discuss politics on his live stream. Neither do I.
Okay, so
but it's
who's flying tomorrow or tonight?
flying
happened?
tomorrow or tonight.
I believe
Yeah,
it's supposed to rain.
Supposed to rain
Oh, yeah?
tonight into tomorrow.
Damn, man. Every time I'm free, I want to fly. I can't fly. I have no video. I need to make some video.
Because it was a light sprinkle out there earlier when I was coming in.
You can
Nothing
buy
serious,
that
but I
rain.
think it's
You can buy
supposed
that
to rain.
raincoat the other group is using on their drones.
No. You know what? I'm waiting.
But
Okay, you know the egg drone, right? They send me
Yeah.
the damn code for 20% off.
Uh-huh.
And when I enter that shit, it say invalid. I say, come on, man. So I emailed them back. Say, yo, why you gonna send me? Because you know how they pop in the email. Congratulations, you've been selected by this 20% off. Blah, blah, blah. You have to submit your email. So I submit my email, and then, hey Ray, how you doing? I'm sorry
What's
I
up,
didn't
Twan?
pass by get the thing. I was too busy working.
All
You
you
know,
gotta do is go right up to B&H.
No, why wouldn't do that? I'm getting 20% off, man.
Go up there and tell them to price match it.
20%
Yeah.
off. They'll
No,
price
no,
match it.
they
They'll
they're gonna
price
price
match it
match.
for
for
20%.
20% off.
20%.
That's
Are you
nothing.
sure?
20% basically covers your tax.
Yeah.
So
But like I say,
B&H will price match anything.
Anything.
As long as
I
they
gotta
got
tell
it
you-
in stock, they'll price match it.
Excuse me. I tell you why I get that, right? Because I like it because the camera I can use as a recorded, and you know, I was about to wait for my friend to hook me up with an altar, but I don't think the altar is gonna come out yet, man. Don't look good
Talk
for
about
everybody.
Hey, Mr. Kraus.
Right.
You heard me, Twan?
What's up,
Don't
Crawley?
start, Twan. Don't start.
Right.
Here
You know,
we go
I
again.
I own the altar before. I have Inspire One.
Uh-huh.
I had the Phantom. I have the Mini, the Spark. I have everything except for the
Hey,
two.
Ray, Jay
Inspired
Santiago
too.
says, what's up?
What's up, Jay? Tell Jay I'm gonna get in the chat. Just respect to people, man. I'm sorry, I never go in that chat.
But
Uh-huh.
oh, I heard something about the 210 can fly in the rain, right? The M210 Roger.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I honestly could not tell you.
Yes,
They
it
call
can.
the 210. I think the M210.
They claim it can fly in the rain.
Yes.
Yeah, no, they did. Who used them? Somebody used them. One of the police department used them.
Hey, Mr. Crawley.
Yes, it can.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you really? Did you get which one did you get? Oh, nice.
Hey,
This one
Big
here.
John, what's
Nice
good?
A
cross.
simple one.
How you doing?
Simple, economical.
Was it easy setting up?
I'm actually going to work on that after the live stream. Right now, I'm putting my 7-inch frame back together.
Uh-oh.
Once I get my 7-inch frame back together, but Big John, what's good? Once I get it back together, I'll be good to go. Right now, actually, I thought I broke one of the sandwich plates, which is
Yeah.
I did, but you know the little rings that go inside the hole to screw?
Yes.
It's a spacer. 3 of those popped out. So I had a second source one frame. So I'm putting the second source one frame together.
Right.
And I'm just going to transfer all the innards inside.
Cool. No, it's a good thing you had it.
Yeah, I was going to use it for another bird, but now that I have it apart, I might as well put the Crossfire receiver in this one.
Go. Did I tell you I
Is
wiped
that-
out my racing drone?
What happened?
Is Big Mac in the room?
I wiped out my
Not
racing
Not yet.
drone.
Oh yeah, he's there. He's
Uh,
there. He says the M200 series is a iPhone 6 IP67 rated for
Oh.
rain.
Hey Matt, you gotta come get your battery, man. What you waiting for? I got your stuff already, man. Where's Big Mac? You need to come get your berry.
So yeah, Lawrence,
Yeah.
like I was telling you earlier, I don't know, you might, did you, well, I don't know if I asked you this one or not, but did you ever see the interview that Sean had with Dr. Pascal Lee? Is his
No.
name, I believe? The one with the, when they were working on the development, talking about the development of that, the glove for the controlling of the drone.
Oh yes, I did
And they
see.
were
I saw
working
the.
on
I
the,
did see the video.
thing with the astronauts.
I did
And
see the video.
using the head tracking as well as the glove to control. the
Right.
drone.
What
Yeah.
do you think about that?
Well, it seemed quite interesting. It looked like I didn't see anything that showed actual real life tests. I saw a video that and as they were talking about it, and
Right.
they showed the astronaut moving his head and the
Right.
drone
Moving.
camera
Right.
moving.
In
but
order
I
to
didn't-
fly it, he would
right, I
have to
didn't-
turn his hand.
Right. I
left
didn't
or
see
right?
anything where you're showing me a test where he was actually doing it. This is just a video that you put together.
Right.
So the glove is the controller.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
That
it's-
and whatever. I don't know how they did it with the goggles or on the astronaut.
Right. They were. Hey, Roger. They were
Yeah,
able to
that's right.
interlink the goggles for using the heads-up display, the head tracking. So when he tilted down, the camera would tilt down. And if I'm correct, weren't they using a Mavic Air to test it with?
Look
Well,
at this new
Fat
guy.
Shark has that. Fat
Who?
Shark has a head tracker that you can.
Yes,
when you
that
look
was your
down,
video.
it
Yeah.
changes your screen view.
Hey, Drone
Right,
Rise
but
Photography.
it's just for that. It doesn't
Right.
work in conjunction with a glove that
No,
controls the
nothing
drone
like that.
moving. And it was pretty good to see how it was moving.
I'm
I
still
didn't-
trying to get used to a controller. Going to a glove, I'd be like,
Did you try the one that one of the guy have it? Tom something, I forgot. The one that you hold like this?
You're talking about the
What's the
FT-80
name?
Aviator.
Yeah. Did you try that?
No, it didn't. It didn't make it.
No.
No,
That FT Aviator,
it didn't.
it died down as fast as it came up, unfortunately.
Yeah.
No,
it
you know
didn't-
why? You know why? Because the way they design, you have to hold both hands. You know, and it's kind of, it's
I
not
don't
that
know.
good because you gotta hold one hand like this, and the other hand you gotta hold the freaking thing like this. So
That's
it's kind of
why.
hard. Yeah, it's hard.
I don't think that's why. I think two flyaways.
Oh yes.
I
I
think
don't know.
I think two flyaways was
How-
enough
How
for
much
people to
start
be
that?
like, you know
when
what?
They first,
Maybe not.
when they start coming
Oh,
out, a
El
lot of money,
Bujo
huh?
got a sponsorship from Team Black Sheep in Flight 1. That's what's up.
who did?
Congrats.
Yeah, that's what's up. Gino from Project
Congrats.
Zen got a
Nice.
sponsorship from Team Black Sheep. He's been grinding hard.
Nice.
Yeah, he's been grinding real hard on that.
But
I'm happy for him. The fact that he's grinding so hard and being acknowledged is really good. That means if you put in the work, something will happen.
Yep, work hard, pay out in the long run. The end of the day, you know.
you know what, Twan, I don't think that that's why it didn't make it. I just think that you know, unfortunately, that incident with Bill and the Ken Heron video,
Oh, they did a video.
It did-
Yeah.
it didn't work too well.
Oh,
It didn't. It hit hard
Uh-huh.
in the drone community.
Wow.
Everyone I think was a little skeptical about it, and that just helped them make
Killed
that
it.
decision.
hmm
I'm not saying that no one got it. No one I know has one.
Right.
They might have one on loan from, you know, whatever sponsor they got,
Uh-huh.
but I don't know anyone that actually owns one.
Okay. Well, that's kind of interesting, considering.
I mean, you know, we spoke to the guys that were testing them, you know,
Yeah.
and all of that other stuff. But nothing.
I
The
think-
last time I met Tom, I forgot his name. He had one, but I never tried one.
Who?
Well, I think,
Tom?
Yeah, Tom, he had one.
Oh, okay.
okay, Tom
forgot his
from
name.
Tom Lens Capture. Tom,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he
Okay.
had one. He had one.
Coast to
Way
coast.
back.
What's good, man? Yeah.
Oh, some guy was asking about how's the rank on the air, not the air, the mini that I did the mod.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good. Like I say, it's pretty good.
Okay.
I flew that day, winning day, 8,800 something, 40. But I could go further, but I lost the video.
Swine
I came
flu.
back.
I didn't, I just dropped my phone. I did crash.
Uh-huh.
And what happened was I made my 7-inch a foldable. I made my 7-inch a foldable. So hold on, I gotta pull the screen up so I can see.
I gotta go grab my racer and show you what happened.
See right here?
Oh,
See how the arm folds down?
yeah, that kind of looks like a Maverick Pro now.
Right. I made my 7-inch a Mavic Pro.
Oh,
So,
you know,
I guess I'll
Ray.
show you.
So I'm
Uh,
changing out the
stepped
frame to another Source One frame.
The Mavic Mini can do live stream now.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, I heard
that.
something to that effect.
Yeah, I tried it
Straight
out.
to
You know
YouTube or-
who no, it's complicated. I just learning how to do it. You know who did the video? Bill the John review. Something
Yeah.
like that. And I saw that video. I said, oh man, so I followed his video and then I did it for like, I would say like 5 seconds and then cut off. So now I have figured out what my mistake, but yes, you can do live stream now. You have to
Nice.
download this app.
On what though? Straight to YouTube?
Yes, straight to YouTube. There's an
Okay.
app. There's an app, and there's another way is you copy the call your HTTP. I don't know what the hell I'm trying to explain. So you know how to copy
Hey,
that
you do me a
link,
favor and grab me a
and
baggie.
then you can run that. But that one I
Parts
don't
that
know how
are
to do
falling
it
out of
yet.
this. Hey,
So
Lawrence,
I will try it out because I sent
Yeah.
when I first tried it didn't work. So I sent
Wow.
Bill John
frames,
Bill a
John.
text.
Mhm.
So I asked him, hey, what did I did wrong? Blah blah blah. So
I saw that.
he respond back, and then I'm like, wow, it's cool. And
Okay.
then there's another guy trying to think what's his name. Somebody else did it too.
the,
Got
the
his name.
stack ripped right out of it too.
Wow.
So
Well,
I got a
everything-
Catalyst machine work.
Everything
spring coming.
survived on mine.
What?
Everything survived on mine. My only issue was the arm was foldable.
Yeah.
You know, now the arm folds down like a Mavic. But I had it, like I said, I have a spare Source One frame kit that I was going to build another 7-inch for Crossfire. But since I already have this one apart and the receiver out, I might as well install the Crossfire and get it over with. The problem is I need to update that module there, and I'm going to have to figure out how to do it after the live stream. Because I'm sure there's a way to do it. Plus, there's a little microchip inside, and I'm wondering, do I have to put that chip inside my damn radio?
Okay.
Gotcha.
That comes with the Source One, that comes with the TBS module.
Yeah, you have to put that.
Oh, Sean.
I thought you had to put it into the transmitter.
Into the radio,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking.
I'm almost positive because when I was looking, I want to get Crossfire next, but I have to buy another. I just bought another frame, and I have 2 builds going now, so Crossfire is going to take a back burner. But
Okay,
when I looked into it, I had to solder in that little piece into your transmitter, and you have to change your receiver in the drone, and then that'll work.
all right, well, I'll figure it out sooner or later. It's just a matter of having the actual time to do it. You know, it's just a matter of having the time. And tomorrow I'm home, so I'll probably get started. What's up, Sean?
No, I was just talking to you. Not much, man. What's up with you? Who's on first?
Right.
But hey, you know what? I wanted to ask you, Sean, if you can hear me.
Yeah, I'm here.
How far is the Department of Interior going to take this?
Well,
I mean, they downed what 800 or 800 drones.
What?
we have to remember that there is an act going through
Give me 1
Congress,
second,
etc., which is going to change all of that anyway. The Drone Security Act, which is going to outlaw federal agencies being able to use
Oh,
them.
you can open the door.
It's
Hey, timeless truths.
it's not unexpected. I think it's you know the Army stopped, the Air Force stopped using them for those reasons. I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon. Let's put it that way. And unless DJI was to suddenly
Go in there, okay?
start manufacturing
back.
the drones
Come back.
in the States,
Go
I can't see it
street.
changing.
Make a right. Yeah, make a
Because
right.
it is frankly a security risk for those agencies.
Security, security.
Well, you know, it's funny. I remember, right after September 11th, they had security on everything here in New York. Yeah, I mean, even on the public toilet,
Yeah.
you had to get, go through metal detectors for everything. And slowly but surely, they all went away.
Yeah, indeed.
Yep. Yep.
Like,
I mean, this is more of a.
Is it,
Yeah, I mean, this is more, and it's come to the fore more because there have been recent laws brought in China which have hardened the line as far as what companies have to do to help the Chinese government if asked, and the whole ability to say no has gone away now. So if the Chinese government asks a Chinese-based company for information, they have to give it.
No, I understand that.
If the Chinese government asks one of their people to spy, they have to by law now.
Oh yeah, they passed that law like not too long ago.
Yeah, 2017. So yeah, it basically changed the landscape.
Drone Rise Photography, thanks for coming in. We appreciate you.
But I don't understand. I just heard for the first time, your government took down 800 drones.
Yeah, they
Was this recently?
The Department of Interior.
the Department of Interior.
Yeah,
And
it's
they did
going to
that
happen.
in
Hey,
October.
I forgot your name. I want to ask you this question, okay? Damn. The gentleman
Get
just
together.
talked to now. I forgot his name.
Oh, Sean?
I cannot say. No, not Sean. What's the other gentleman in UK?
Yeah,
You
I'm
said
Sean as well.
Sean
His name is Sean. His
We're
name
both
is
Seans.
Sean also.
You can call me
Okay.
Geeks Varna.
Yes. My question is this, right? One of my friends, he went to Italy, right? He flew his air, DJI Air, right? And he posted a video on Instagram.
Yeah.
He got a freaking letter from Rome, the Department of, I forgot the name. They give him a fine.
Yep.
They do that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, if the flight was in contravention, I mean, he doesn't have to pay it, obviously, because
No, he say, I don't know how the hell they send me the fine to my house. I say, well, they might look it up on Facebook, or they actually send this guy a ticket.
Yeah, it's there's a few different ways they might have traced him, but yeah, I mean, if he doesn't pay it, he's only ever got a problem if he goes back to Italy, really. If he
So it's
decides-
only certain area, right? Only certain area, like in Rome, you cannot fly there.
Yeah, there are different stipulations because obviously in Italy especially, you've got some highly protected areas like Rome, which have got a lot of ancient monuments.
Yeah, you got
I
the
was in
Vatican's
Europe
out
now.
there. They don't want nobody flying over that stuff. Those are national monuments. You lucky they ain't killing them.
No, indeed. In fact, I think
Now, my question,
the whole of actual Rome itself is registered as
Oh
as,
yeah.
as well.
Okay.
So it's-
my other
Yeah, I
question
mean,
that
that's
concern is this.
That figures.
I was in Amsterdam, but I did file permission to fly there. I posted on my video. You think I should concern about that or no?
No,
Because-
Amsterdam, you're okay. But again, obviously, it depends.
Should have bought some weed though.
Yeah.
You've been great.
Yeah, I mean, you're pretty much okay as long as it obviously was within the regulations of that area. But
Okay, so I shouldn't worry. I'm not gonna get a ticket like one right down the road because I
No,
did
indeed.
file the permission. They did give me a letter.
Yeah,
confirm
cool,
That yes,
cool. But I'm not surprised about Rome because that to me would really scream so many parts of that where you just wouldn't be allowed to do anything in at all.
When in Rome.
Indeed.
And I think
Hey,
there's
yo,
another
Herm,
country
good question.
they
Class D
Paris too, right?
space, is that good?
Is that
Ooh,
Class D space, is that good to fly?
well, where are you at? What is it telling you in the thing? You got to get permission, right?
One thing said you gotta get permission, but it's give you an altitude of 400 feet though.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you the zip code and the address. You put it in your thing. You tell me what you think. I'm gonna put it in the chat. So
Send,
y'all
well,
can
send
see
me a
it.
link, and I'll find it.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it right in the chat so y'all can see it.
That's what I need the bag before.
I left watching the stream for a little while, but I came back in and were you asking something about the astronaut glove, Herman?
Oh, well, no, I wasn't asking. I was just asking Lawrence if he saw the video that you did the interview with the doctor.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And it was pretty interesting when I was watching that.
Yeah, it's some great work they're doing.
Yes. I'd like to see if well, I would love it if it could be used for on our end. And
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I mean, the company
that's
that
one of the
made the
more
glove are a company. They are a private company, so I'm sure they'll be releasing it for other functions. It was actually originally invented for music as well. So you can
I saw that.
Yeah, which is pretty clever. But yeah, I mean, the hope always is that all this tech trickles down to us, isn't it? Really, that it's because
Well,
it would be
it also could be
cool
good
to be able
for
to
people
control it.
who may have lost,
Yeah.
limbs,
Yeah,
fingers, and stuff like that.
absolutely. Yeah, I mean that would be very good, a fascinating use for it. Yeah, I mean I don't see why it wouldn't. I mean they are at such a I find it such a minefield for them because you're talking about a mission that will happen in the mid 2030s, and they're trying to develop things now. It's and as I was saying to him, like you can't even imagine what a drone will look like in 2035.
True.
So for the fact that they're trying to develop these things now is, all respect to them. They're trying to see where the tech will go,
Right.
which is why they just use the DJI Spark, because it just needs to function with the most basic of drones, and then beyond that, basically, there's actually the first drone is going up to Mars this year with the new NASA probe.
Right.
thing.
Isn't it a gas powered?
No, it's actually the first prop one that's going up there.
Oh,
It's
okay. I
a
thought they had
small-
mentioned something about a gas powered.
When you go higher on Mars, up into the volcanoes, etc., you have to use the gas thruster ones because the change in atmosphere, so props won't work anymore. But they're actually sending up a single helicopter with the two. I can't remember the name of the lift now. It's got the two props on the same engine, on the same motors. It's just the one
Okay.
stem. And they're sending that up just to see how it acts on the surface, etc. And because obviously they've got all this theory, etc., they're going to want to actually try the thing out. So that's going up with the new rover.
Guys,
Okay,
excuse me for a
that's
minute.
good to know.
I'm looking at a zero seal in here.
All right. Means no bueno, right?
No.
I figured that. I saw that
In
first.
that area, yeah, I would think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
That's always been tried, already been
yeah.
thought about.
So that's why I just got called to do a job over there. So I told him to send me the info. So I said, you know what? Let me look into this. So I'm gonna let it pass. Damn. Excuse me.
Well, Jay Santiago's in the chat. I wanted to know how he liked his new Skydio
Awesome,
too.
hon.
Okay.
Now that some of you guys have canceled your order, people are getting their Skydios.
I'm glad we could help someone out.
Well, Billy
I think
had
it was
his, right?
two
Yeah.
crashed so far, right?
Huh?
Two crashed so far. I saw online.
Billy's
two.
crashed. Billy's
And there's
crashed.
another guy
They
somewhere.
took
I
care
don't
of
know
that
where.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they took
they
care of that.
did.
Oh.
They did. They did take
And
care of
there's
it.
another guy. He crashed by the bridge. I forgot where. Trying to think where the video. This guy, he was flying in the morning and hit the bridge. Was that? Trying to think where the hell that video.
So I guess there's nothing that's uncrashable, huh?
Well, no comment.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Even Tesla, they crashed too.
Well, that's been going on. They're trying to work that out. They never marketed the Teslas like this is the uncrashable car.
That's
I
They did
saw
market that
Tesla's-
Skydio as the uncrashable drone.
Tesla's still crashing. Trust me.
I saw this guy one day, Asian guy,
They'll
right?
catch it
He
all
was
the time,
knocked
too.
out. He was knocked out in the car, and this thing just
Yeah,
go by
doing
itself.
70 miles an hour like this.
Yeah, they're crazy.
He's crazy.
Reclining.
Make that
That's
70
turn
miles per
underneath
hour.
The truck coming the other way.
Someone pulled up next to him with their camera, and dude was like
Yeah.
this. He was out
Maybe-
70 miles an hour in a Tesla.
He was sleeping. Like, okay, who cares? You know?
No, but he was beyond sleep. He was in beta sleep.
Yeah, he was knocked out.
Comatose.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. He was definitely.
Hey guys, let's get a drop while we got everybody here. You guys
Okay.
ready?
You there, Murray?
Paul.
I think Paul's on the phone. He might be on the phone.
Yeah, he muted.
Probably is.
Yeah, we
No,
can
mute.
we can go without him. He'll catch the next one.
Okay.
Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by
Those
guys.
Guys.
There you
Wow.
go.
Them dead guys.
Down dead. Those guys. Yeah,
Those daggone guys.
those dead guys.
But yeah, Lawrence, I also had I was talking to you earlier about.
Yeah.
Now this is the thing. Everybody's in this whole uproar. Everybody's going crazy about remote ID and what's gonna happen, and they're gonna do away with Lance and this, that, and the other, but yet they're expanding Lance.
Right.
Lance ain't going nowhere.
You know what? Lance ain't going nowhere for the simple reason. For once, they finally can tell everybody where to fly and where not to fly without bothering anyone. Now, the fact that they're expanding Lance, you want to
That's what
elaborate on that,
remote ID
Herman?
was. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know if anybody's familiar. I wasn't familiar with it. Drone Up.
Mm.
It's an app now. They're a unmanned aircraft system service supplier now. You can go through them to Lance now to get approval to fly as an app. So you no longer have to go through, Kitty Hawk, or you can use them and go and get your Lance approval. So they're expanding Lance, and everybody's going crazy about this proposal and the things that's in this proposal. I'm just curious to know, what are they going to do with Lance?
Right. Are they going to 86 it, throw it out the box? What?
Is he going to be over there with his cousin Leroy? I don't know what they're going to do with it.
So then who's gonna have a program out there where that people can rely on other than Lance?
Well, apparently,
Lance
From
is
what-
actually
I was, from what I read and what I'm looking at with that whole thing and this whole third party thing, I surmise that that's going to be doing what Lance is doing.
Lance
At least
isn't going
that's-
anywhere. Lance
At
is
least
implemented.
that's what we're hoping.
Well, are they going to make you pay for Lance now?
Possible.
Listen,
Oh
they're
yeah,
trying-
you have to pay per drone.
They're trying to make us pay for everything else. It's a
Well, the
strong
cost goes up
possibility.
drastically. There's all types of charges. I read the whole thing, man, and it's crazy. It's just ridiculous.
Don't give them any ideas.
I'm just saying that they're talking about implementing a third party, and that's the thing that's got everybody worried was that third party that's gonna store, supply, broadcast your information. And it seems like that third party is a fourth party when you implement Lance.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know what they're going to do. Well, none of us actually do, but I hope they get their shit straight.
No one does. That's why I was saying that everybody needs to voice their opinion on that whole, proposal.
Well, somebody said it here before too, is that this is the plan that's going to get changed and then become something else, hopefully, with all these people voicing their opinion and the ruckus it's going to create with everybody. Because this affects like everything, airplanes, rockets.
I know exactly what you're saying.
So hopefully this is where because this is going to be the only time that they're going to be able to implement the change. If this gets implemented as is, we're done.
I think what I believe is that what they wanted was something that they thought they would get hassle with as well. So they said, "There's no way the people are going to go for this," and they'll be like, and they said, "Sure they will," because when they read the proposal that they think they're going to get,
right,
they'll be glad for that. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
To you?
And on top of that, all the upsetted people and what's going on with it, this will give them a change, and we'll kind of look at it like you said before. It'll be relief to see it wasn't as bad as what they were proposing.
Right.
And then everybody will buy into that, being like, "Oh, that's a lot better."
Of course.
It's just
that's how it always is.
They have to really look at
children. You make the children think that they're a part of the decision making,
right?
So that they're willing to go along with whatever you tell them to do.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's just they
so,
really
gentlemen, I want to thank you for having me on. I am tired. I'm gonna go to the mall and crash into like 8 o'clock. Wake up, go home. So tired.
You going where?
Traffic. I'm going to Gateway Mall.
Oh.
I said I'm going to the Gateway Mall to crash and sleep because the traffic is crazy. I'm tired. I'm gonna pull over and go sleep, man.
Well, make sure you stop in at the BJ's and get some Lysol to spray the bus down. Get the 4-pack.
Yeah, right.
So once again, I want to thank you for having me on tonight. Thank you very much, and enjoy all the rest of the evening, gentlemen.
All right.
You too. Drive
safe. Talk to you soon, Twan.
Drive safe. Fly safe.
Now, where'd Paul disappear?
I don't know.
I see he's got his little guy there.
He's got his, what do you call him?
A Twinkie?
The Twinkie in overalls.
That's it.
Well, only thing, have you found out anything else, Sean, about that drone, that selfie drone that Sony seems to be, hey, what's up, John Donato? And selfie drone that Sony seems to have been working on for a couple of years?
Yeah, I think the only thing that was of interest is that they updated the patent to show some more information and to show some more detailing, which shows on some level that someone somewhere is working on it. But again, we've no idea if it's beyond any kind of stage of development where it's
other than them filing a patent.
Yeah.
What's up, TCM? Thanks for stopping by to say hello. We appreciate you.
I mean, there's a chance it could happen, obviously, because it's it looks like a tiny little thing. So obviously it would fly under the regs. It would fly under the registration pretty much all over the world at the moment. So it would probably be very popular. Obviously, Sony know how to make a camera.
This is true.
So I think if it comes to anything, it will be like an ultimate selfie drone.
Okay.
And I wonder if you did the market research, I wonder just how much call there is for that. But if you look at other things that Sony have gone into late on, they tend to make quite a big splash. So I'm sure if they did develop it, I'm sure they'd have the research behind them.
Another selfie drone?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Well, that's, to believe it or not, that seems to be the only part of the market where everyone's failing at. Is the selfie drones. You remember DJI tried it with the Spark? They came out with the little cutesy colors and all of that.
They're failing.
And it didn't fail. They did sell a lot of them, but it was intentionally created for women to get into the drone world.
Just photo up in the air quick,
Right,
they're
right,
doing
but
very well because
the colors.
with that, they've come out with the Air. They've come out with the now the Mavic Mini.
Yeah,
These purse puppies is just pumping out from DJI.
And they cheap, and so that's why they pumping out. They $399.
And they under
keep
what?
selling
They're
them.
under $1,000, man. They pumping these purse puppies out at you.
yeah,
Keep selling them.
yeah. This is true.
Oh, I think one of the first ones that I saw that was crazy when I looked at the price of it, to see what it is today, to look at what the price was back then. What was that? I think it was the one that Val had. What was that she originally had?
Oh, the Dobby or something.
The Breeze.
The Breeze. Okay.
Yeah, the Breeze.
When
yeah.
I was
That was
looking
the
at
other
the
stuff
Phantom
he
and I was looking at the Breeze, and I'm like, why? And I'm like, look at the price of the Breeze today.
True. That is true. Now the Breeze, I think, is $200 something. I remember when that sucker was like $800 when it first came out. The Breeze.
And that's what I'm saying. Now look
Now you
at
can buy them $100 used.
Yeah.
look at where everybody else is going now with some of these smaller drones. So I don't think guys are losing. I think they're getting better.
Well,
Now look at this. They got this other one here that's supposed to fly for 50 minutes. We've never seen it fly, but it's supposed to fly for 50 minutes.
right.
I mean, maybe the battery runs while it's anchored to the table for 50 minutes. I don't know. But that was that the V-copter?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's been put back now, hasn't it? With they're claiming the coronavirus as a reason to put it back. But
You know what?
it's probably
Hey,
the best
Sean,
gift for them ever.
Coronavirus was
Sean,
the
are you
best
looking at
thing that ever
are
happened
you
to
looking
some
at
of
the
these
screen
people.
really good? I believe them.
Spot on.
No,
I
but I'm
believe
just
you.
saying this coronavirus was pretty good for some people.
Yeah, yeah. And anyone with a product launch coming up that could just do with a little bit more time. Okay. We're delaying the new Ford Mustang, but that's not made in China. No. We're delaying it.
Not
'cause
made
of
in
coronavirus.
That's true, Herman. That's messed up, but true. Said it's not made in America either, right? So it's being delayed. That's
Can
funny.
you imagine that though? If they tried to hit you with that one, with delaying the release of the new Ford Mustang. Why? The coronavirus. But don't worry about it. They ate some Chinese food the other day. They're all sick. Don't worry about it.
All I can say is we need a new drone to come out and talk about. But this is not the drone bashing channel.
Well,
I must make that clear.
there are new drones out. They just started shipping the
They just can't
the
ship them
Skydio.
nowhere because they're all coming from China.
Skydio. that shipping now.
They're just going to kill us all when we
I'll
open
just tell you,
them.
open them up outside and wipe them down before you
Yeah.
bring it in the house.
Exactly.
Because I don't know how many times it's been coughed on before they steal the box.
Coughed on. How about this?
Well, they have those masks.
Cough
so
into
you're
a
all set.
plastic bag, cough into a
Uh-huh.
plastic bag, seal it, and then ship it out with the drone. So the guy goes, "What is this, air?" And he opens it up.
Seriously,
sound-
guys, when I was with a,
That sounds like the start to a Jerry Bruckheimer film.
I was with
Sorry,
a
Sean.
biomedical company, and I was in sales and marketing. And what happened was, I sent samples all around the world for these guide wires that go in and deploy balloon balloons,
Right.
into stents. We actually designed that before it happened, before it came out with Johnson & Johnson. And so anyways, I get this package from Turkey one day, and receiving opens it up and comes running to my desk. They pulled out a guide wire with flesh on the guide wire. The guy actually took it from the surgery room and they put it in a bag and then boxed it and sent it back to me to test
Wow.
to see if it was working properly. I was like, and there was samples. And I call the guy, I go, "You can't use these for inhuman. You can only do animal studies or testing with it." And he goes, "This isn't America here. This is Turkey." I'm like, wow.
Huh,
Yeah, he sent me. It had human blood and flesh on it. I was
that's
like,
scary. That's
Okay.
My
definitely
wife's like,
not-
that's disgusting.
Okay.
I need my glasses. That's definitely not cool.
All right.
No, so you never know what you're getting. You know, people with Skydio, little bit of the virus too.
See,
You know,
you got the boxes open and everything.
get a
Back in your
Skydio and have a
box.
Corona.
Get a
Pack your
Skydio and have a
box.
Corona.
Yeah.
Let's
You're
sprinkle
gonna
some
burn.
lime on it.
You're gonna burn for that one.
Sneeze all over the styrofoam.
Yeah, right. Well, all I know is I wish they'd come out with something new so I can get my Mavic 2 Pro.
No, you know, it's all jokes, but you know, that's a very serious thing over there. And if it's destroying their workforce with the population that they have over there, imagine what it would do to the United States.
True.
Holy hell, we'd be
What
killing
you're trying to
each other
say,
in
the United
apartments.
States has a workforce?
Of course we do. We just don't have as many people in our population as they do. And if it's hurting their workforce, it would have crippled ours.
True. That is true.
Hey, Herman, can I share something for a quick minute?
Sure, what's it?
We were talking about drones of the past and future, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-oh.
This is out of Mr. Donardo's realm.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, it hasn't come up on screen yet.
I'm afraid.
Paul? Oh.
Oh,
The egg.
the original.
The egg. The Easter egg. I want Easter egg. I want Easter egg.
Yep,
That's the original one.
yep, brand new, $399,
And weren't those things, how much were they when they were out?
$1,200.
Wow.
Yep,
Yeah, they got the new one out.
yep. Now
Sad
they got
part
the-
is that all of the stores that has the new one still
Hey,
have the
Mia's,
old
how are you? Hey, Mia's Drone Adventure. How are you, mate?
what is it? B&H still has on the advertisement both of them. They have both of them in stock.
Wow. That's scary.
Well, what I heard, they were going to have a Valentine's special where they're going to have you buy one, get the other one free.
Oh, okay.
Possible.
Well, if you buy the new one, you get the old one free just to
Yeah.
get them the hell out of there.
Yeah.
You always have the good deals, Paul.
I know, right?
They just want to get them out.
Yep.
Paul
Well, you know who
always
told me about that deal is John Donardo. John watches that market.
Does he? Yeah,
Oh.
he seems up on things.
Yeah, because he is gunning for a Power Vision egg.
You know what, Lawrence?
Yeah.
Paul has been trying this Jedi mind control on John for the longest time to get him to buy this power egg. He actually had him talking about it one day.
Get out.
Power Vision egg, John.
See,
Jedi
Yeah.
mind trick, Paul.
Yep.
You will buy the egg and like it.
I need an egg.
That's it.
I need an egg.
You know what? I'm gonna boil an egg and put a prop on it.
Need two props.
the new one looks pretty good though.
It does. I like the fact it's a little gimmicky. The fact that you can actually take it off and you can take it apart and put it on a tripod was
Yeah.
interesting.
They used to call that versatility.
And it has a microphone on it too.
I can't wait to have to build my drone every time I want to fly it.
Now, how does this go again?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Paul.
Oh
ordered
no, I
one
left
and
one of the
then
legs at
canceled it
home. I'll be
just
back
before
in
it
5
shipped.
hours.
You heard John Donato? He says you ordered one, Paul, and canceled it before you shipped. Before it shipped.
Now that was the Skydio.
Oh man, that's funny.
You guys.
You gotta build your drone before you fly it. Still in
Build your own.
camcorder.
Well,
What
can
color
you
do you want?
camcorder mode?
Green.
can you imagine some guy crunching them arms back in there the wrong way so the props are down, thinking it was a Skydio?
Well, I mean,
And it'd be
it's the
doing
same-
like this.
I think it's the same for anything that folds up. I just think that, you know, to have to go from Might be a pretty good thing. They can market that thing well. To go from flying to taking it inside the camcorder.
Yeah. I can see a commercial where a little kid comes running across
James Bond movie.
Running across the park, and he's got just one arm of it, and he's going, Mister, you forgot this.
Oh, Paul, yeah.
That's it. That's exactly it.
They
That's
do it like
messed
a
up.
James Bond movie.
That's
The guy's
messed up,
flying
Paul.
it. They
No,
bring
no,
it
you
down,
ordered the
unfolds
egg
it,
and then canceled it,
has
Paul.
the camcorder.
John
Or-
says.
Or DJI bring out a new advert showing someone filming this once in a lifetime thing happening in front of them with their drone, whilst the guy with the power egg still building it.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a fun concept. It's good to see someone doing something different development wise.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Or you can have a guy on top of a mountain in a monsoon flying this.
Trying to get a picture of an exotic orchid.
Everybody else is packing up their gear, and he's
Right.
just up there. The rain just soaking his hair to his face and just pouring, and he's getting that shot with his egg.
That's funny.
Then comes, you said the other group over there with the Phantom with the raincoat. Dun, 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 dun.
Well, I heard somebody bought one of the big power eggs, and they called it a pterodactyl egg because it was so big, kind of like from the Flintstones, you know. And
You know what I thought was funny when they first mentioned that drone? Ken Heron had talked about it on his live stream, and he had a picture or video of an ostrich, and the ostrich just laying an egg. He was like, "This is the factory where they make them."
Everyone knows Ken has issues.
what was the name? What was the manufacturer of the drone that Ken did? And when he couldn't get any further than a football field away.
Oh, the X Dynamics.
X Dynamics.
That was the X Dynamics that he did.
X Dynamic, yeah.
Yeah,
Who made that drone?
X Dynamics.
X Dynamics was the name of the
X
company.
Dynamics.
Yeah.
You remember
Yeah.
that?
It was called
Evolve.
Evolve. Yeah.
Graphite body,
Okay.
$1,000, and they couldn't go further.
But okay,
than 5 car
so
lengths.
they did come on the stream, on his live stream afterwards, and they did talk to him about the fact that obviously what happened and that we're working on it, which I thought was very good. But then somebody told him that the motors are so reliable that you can just lay the props on top, and as you turn it on, they'll click
Spin up.
into place. So he tried it and it didn't work. And he's got a video of it just falling off a table.
Well, you know what's funny? I'm curious to see what's going to happen with the new one, because for a drone that bombed 100%,
Right.
they actually came back with something nice, and to offer that, was it ProRes on their I'm waiting to see this.
X Dynamic 2, yep.
I'm waiting to see this, because what is it? Isn't that supposed to shoot 4K, 120
At
frames?
120, 4K
Yeah.
at 120, which is what I was favoring if I were to ever acquire a 6K Autel, only because instead of playing 6K, I would just bump it down. I would drop it down to 4K at 120.
Well, that's the whole purpose of getting that drone. You're using it for what you can use it for at the time until.
Yeah,
Right.
that's only if you recording something fast, like something going fast at 120, right? Or would you want to shoot?
Well, no, what it
120?
helps you with is slow motion.
Right. So
Yeah, but
like
those
how
are the
you
both.
slow
Without
down
the
4K,
frames,
how
you
you slow
can't-
down 4K at 60, you can only slow it down to its lowest rate at
Right.
30.
Or you
But
keep it at the whole 120.
At 120, you can drop it in increments and not lose that smooth flow like
Yeah.
you do at 60 or 30. You ever try to slow down 30 frames per second? It
Yeah,
doesn't.
that's why. That's why I
doesn't-
shoot 24 sometimes. Most of the time.
I shoot 24 at night 24 at night. Yeah. Here we go. I've got it together. I've got the main part of the frame together. Now just to put this other piece in, I can start putting her back together.
Okay.
Did you use Loctite on the screws and nuts?
I actually gonna put Loctite on these main screws after I get this one gold screw in. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I
Screw
definitely.
it.
Huh?
Screw it.
Screw it. Screw it. I'm trying to screw it in now.
Yeah, I remember I asked that question about cutting that horrible crap off and all that zip, zip, zip. I'm like, I don't want to throw up. So I see Gino put up a video, and I was bugging out. I say, see now, that could make me change my mind a little bit, you know.
But you know,
Lawrence took it out of his video too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the last video I did, dive in those lights, I took the sound out.
Probably don't.
Okay,
He probably don't
check
like
it
it.
I took the sound
No,
out.
because Lawrence is still fast. He still could throw up. You see, I can still throw up.
Yeah.
Taking the sound is one thing, but you got to be able to have that smooth hand. Like, I don't know how he did it. I don't know if he, but every way he did it, that was just smooth.
No, he can fly. He can fly butter smooth like that. That's what we were just talking about. He just got a sponsorship from Team TBS, Team Black Sheep.
Dude, that's
And
crazy.
they make you one of their pilots. When stuff comes out, you're in that list of pilots to get stuff. Being that they're sponsoring him, and he has a large Facebook group and an Instagram group with Project Zen, I expect it to go pretty far.
Well, you could do that too, Lawrence. You just get a camera on that drone that does 120 frames a second. You could smooth it.
Paul, you can't see my hand, but I'm giving you the bird right now. Okay, I'm giving you the bird.
Behind the bird.
Just slow it down.
Yeah. You can make anything look good if
just
you
can't.
slow it down enough. You know?
I just can't, Paul.
Oh, Lawrence, you know what else
I-
I just got was HDOs.
Huh?
I just got the HDO fat shots.
Okay.
They're
Daryl Hickman, how are you, boy? Buddy, what's
unbelievable
up?
difference.
It's a Source One frame. I cracked the last one. I made the arm foldable. Well, I didn't intentionally, but the arm would fold down next to this one. Hold on, where's that picture?
Hey, man,
Never heard
Where
it.
is it?
that was like
I'll show you,
that
Daryl,
told
what
me
I
that
did.
You can't do a hyperlapse with a Phantom. I was like, all you got to do is set it in one spot to go to the next spot and move real
Hold on.
slow.
You crazy.
There you
man.
go.
Real slow. And
Daryl
then
Hickman, you see
speed
this
up.
arm
Speed it up. Yep.
right there?
You can actually create one in
Everything else that's
Photoshop.
moving at normal speed will be fast.
Yep.
That you're cruising at slow speed.
That's you moving real slow.
You could go out and follow in Lawrence's footsteps with your Phantom and just go around real slow and around, do the bank and whatever, and then speed it up like 10 times.
Speed it up just 10 times, Paul?
Yeah, whatever.
Listen, all I know is until I can get me a Mavic 2 Pro, my collection is not complete. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, Herman, do you remember not too long ago?
Yeah.
Here we go.
And it wasn't in that distant past
Mhm.
that our good friend Lawrence said, I will never own a Mavic in my entire life.
And then I wound up with a Mavic Pro,
Pro,
which, by
yeah.
the way, is my go-to bird in
Yep.
situations.
Yep.
Maverick Pro's awesome.
I can see him now.
I wish I had the Zoom.
Lawrence, go down to the DJI store to get that Mavic Pro.
Yep, Mavic Pro. Yep.
He'll be coming out with the Mavic Pro. Talking about the
And
Mini
Mavic
was so
Pro
cute,
Zoom is
I couldn't leave it behind.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Hey,
put up.
Deneen just got
Check it
Deneen
out.
just
I'm
got a
gonna put up some Mavic Mini
Mini.
footage by next week.
Ah, yeah, good.
Lawrence, you're gonna bug out. I'm telling you right now.
What happened?
You asked for that Mavic 2 Pro. I'm gonna put up some night footage of that Mavic Mini next week, and you're gonna be like, "Yo, bro, seriously?" I'm gonna say, "Yo, that's seriously." So you
Okay.
can save like $1,200. I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah, but what the problem is, Ray, is he's looking to do the dynamic range.
Okay. No doubt. Ain't nothing like it, man. Ain't nothing like it.
That sounds familiar.
Just like when I put those filters on it, that really changed that bird, man. Like it really.
The filters made a difference on the Mini.
Forget about it, man. Forget about it. With their little EV settings they got, it was good, but those filters really took a lot of that bright light out and moved the water, crystal water, had the water flat. Is bugging me out, yo.
What kind of filter?
The regular ND filters and all of them. Hold on a second. Gotta get this.
Luminex, okay. Even lengthening the antenna, Mr. Crawley.
What are you using for an antenna?
6-foot power cord off the vacuum sweeper.
I had a Foxeer lollipop,
Oh yeah.
and now I'm going to the longer Lumineer
Hey.
AX2
Yep.
because the longer length should give me better reception.
You couldn't use like a hanger and a screw.
Yeah.
What happened?
You couldn't use like a hanger and a screw,
No, man.
like those little peanut screws, the zip screws.
Not on these. Not on these. Now,
Nope.
You take the wire hanger and the pliers, and you just make the loop,
With some tin foil.
and then you bend it up on the other end where it sticks out of the top of the drone.
stop.
Or you might be able to go to Home Depot and get, one of those door stops as a spring. You screw that in.
That's okay, Paul. I see you in the near future buying some DJI FPV equipment.
I'm saying, but what's the difference in that? Isn't that made out of metal?
Yeah.
What, the DJI stuff?
No,
the
he's
base
talking
on
about
that
your antenna.
antenna.
Oh, what do you mean? What's the difference? Oh, it's the length. One is about half of my finger. The other one
I
is
can cut that much
twice
off
the
with a
length of
wire
it.
hanger.
You can cut it with a hanger, right? Look, not you putting a hanger in my bird.
Matter of fact, I think I had something around here.
Here we go. Here we go. See what I got to go through, Mr. Crawley?
The abuse.
It's okay. It's all right.
You know what? When you're out racing it, it's okay. Say what you want.
Well, the only thing I thought was was novel about Novice Quad's 6-foot power cord off of the vacuum sweepers. When he put it in the tree, he'd go just pull on the cord and it'd just come down,
That is true. That is true.
What's that?
Instant return to home, Paul?
Yeah, yep.
That's
Well, they do
tethered?
have that with these.
They do have return to home with these drones, right?
Yep. You
They
can
had
do that.
actually the return to home on these, the GPS is important because you turn your compass on and wherever you take off from, it marks that spot on the ground as a compass spot. So what happens is you hit return to home, it goes up to a predetermined height. I'm ignoring Herman. I'm ignoring him.
Time out. They got engineers at these drone companies that come up with these designs for all of these drones, whether it be DJI, Autel, whomever, Mattel, Coleco, whoever. I don't care.
ColecoVision.
And sometimes that goes haywire, that return to home. You guys install this in these drones and you expect them to come home?
That's the first thing I was saying. Like, who wants to be the test dummy? But the other question is that how they return to home? Don't you have to drive and keep the altitude up?
No,
run a
what
GPS.
happens?
It runs off a GPS.
What happens
Because
is
your wall of shame over there.
Because right now, if you take your hands off the sticks, it comes out of the air, right? It's not.
Yeah,
No.
but what happens is that it takes over the return to home, takes over everything in there, and it gets up to a height, because it's all GPS.
It goes to a predetermined height and points towards home
It
and
comes
makes a
directly
beeline
home.
straight back.
But that must be pretty
Okay.
expensive to put
Hey,
on
what's
there.
up, indoor
No.
quadcopters?
No, it's still. I'm looking at one right now for $250, and that's the full setup, is what they said. I mean, I'm not buying it, but that's what.
Right. The actual,
What you
believe it
saw.
or not, the actual return to home feature, all it does is if it fail safes the drone, no matter what direction it's pointing in, because it marked that spot that as a compass spot where it took off from, it turns back in that direction and makes a beeline at top speed back until you get reception or whatever back, your signal back.
It
And that
doesn't
price
land.
is the drone included.
It doesn't land.
No.
No, it
Oh, the
hovers.
parachute?
We're not talking DJI here.
Yeah, you're not talking
with a
that
parachute?
sophisticated.
Almost got it, Mr. Crawley.
Nice.
Now to put the motors back on.
I just could see that going bad.
Oh yeah.
What? Well, see, the bad part about it is if you don't set a predetermined height for it to climb 100 feet, 200 feet, wherever it is, it's just going to turn and start heading home. So if there's a building, mountain, tree, car, person in the
It's gonna
way,
stop.
it's gonna mow them down.
Well, that's what return to home period on most drones, until recent. But the thing I worry about is you guys doing your own soldering and stuff like that.
Solderman's simple.
Yeah, for some.
Yeah, for some.
Yeah, but you know what? It's repetitiveness once you do it enough.
When things go bad. I guess that's why, that new proposal wants to hold the guys that make their own drones accountable.
No, they're not making them accountable. They're just making them follow their own rules.
Okay.
They're just saying that they're just controlling it, and it's a money thing, man. They own you, and that's whether you fly GPS drone or you fly FPV.
Yeah, pretty much.
If you don't get all the licensing that they require and pay the monthly fees, you'll be going to a field just like everybody else.
Isolated.
The thing with these drones is you can't shut them down now. Like the GPS drones, you can shut down now. These don't shut down. These you can run anywhere. You go up to a field and fly with nobody around. Nobody's gonna know.
True.
You bring out a Maverick, bring out my Maverick Pro, they'll know in a heartbeat that I don't have remote ID.
It's still broadcast an ID number though.
Right off off the drone itself.
Off the drone has its own ID number, and your remote, between your drone and remote, they can see it. Also, if it's the only thing in the area operating at 5.8 megahertz, then
Right, they can see that.
Well, like I said, just don't fly around Herman. That's all. Because you're going nosedive.
Herman's transmitter just blanks everybody else.
Crazy.
I don't know what the problem is with that.
They got to change their frequency.
Big Matt, I think so. You gotta be ready. From what I understand, when it comes back, it will stop at a certain point, which is your home, because you have to set home and you have to return to home settings to make it go up, and then it turns to you, comes back to where you set return.
right, you have to set those parameters, man.
And then it flies at that point. It just sits there and idles, and then you somehow take over. I've never flown it. I've just learned about it.
Okay.
Because I found I
get
was
that,
looking
Lauren.
into it, and the
What
drones
happened?
You should get that.
Yeah, sure.
Well, now that
But
you
since
got the
these batteries only
long-range
like 2-3
controller,
minutes, how you control that? That's crazy.
What happened?
The battery don't last that long to return to home. It's a problem.
well, see,
Oh, boy.
here's
See
what
what
I
I
don't
got. See what
understand.
I gotta go through, Crawley.
Is all the FPV guys want to go further, and their battery only flies for 4 to 5 minutes. It's
No.
Not
But that you're
true.
wrong.
Not true. Only
How
Okay.
long-
Rojo,
10 minutes.
only
Okay.
certain
10 minutes.
only
15-minute
certain
flights.
batteries. You have a 6-cell battery, you have 8-cell. A 6-cell
Right.
battery will get you 10 minutes.
Right.
If you're just
Okay.
cruising, it'll get you from here. If you're cruising at 60, 70 miles an hour, it'll get you a good distance.
Right. It'll get you a few
good
miles and
distance,
back.
and it'll get you back.
Yeah.
The problem is knowing when to turn back, because it's
Right.
not going to do like DJI.
It doesn't
and say
tell
return
you.
in
Don't
10
you got
seconds.
return to home?
It's not going to say returning home in 10 seconds.
It don't have. You can't put the return to home feature in there.
Yeah.
You mean on its own? I don't
turn
know.
around. Yeah.
You can, but it's just not, it's not something to be used all the time. You know what I mean? Well, you can use it every flight. You can go out when you get to the end of your flight, just hit return to home and it'll come back.
Well, no, that's well. I mean,
What we were wondering is
guys
if,
fly.
if you push it too far, will it automatically trigger return to home?
You can
Right.
put signals. You can have it signal you that you're at the point where you
Oh, okay.
you know where your battery's at, and
Right.
it'll signal you at that point. Like it'll
Right.
give you beeps. It's not as like DJI. You can see how many minutes are left in your battery. You know what I mean? You can see you're halfway through it. It doesn't. It's more like beeps and things like that.
So basically,
They're a lot farther back than DJI product, but
But they're going forward.
so
right.
basically, what you're saying
It's all
is
stuff
that
made on your desk. You know what I mean? Everything you started from scratch with a frame.
this battery will get you out there far quicker, and it'll return and start heading back home as the DJI drone is going out there with
Look for you.
a third of the battery used on a 4-cell battery, and go
Right.
out and then
Right.
pass that spot and still hang out there, take some more pictures, and come back in like 20
Yeah,
minutes.
but the racing drones aren't out there taking pictures. I mean,
I
they're doing
got
a
you.
video. They're
I
doing aerial.
understand that.
That
I never
It's a
understood.
whole different type of flying, man.
I get it. That's why I never understood why guys wanted to fly them so far.
Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Not walking all the way the hell out there to get that shit. It'll be out there.
No, sometimes too, you just lose it. I've had one that I lost, and there was no way. It would have taken me a year to find it. It was like, no.
So it's still
But when
out in
you're
the
in the
world,
field,
huh?
When you're in like an area, like my field that I practice at, it's like 3 or 4 football fields.
Mhm.
And I have all that area, you know what I mean? And there's some trees, there's stuff that you can go around. That's what I fly in. I love racing around that. I bring my DJI out now. I brought my Maverick out the other day, and I flew my other drones around it. You know what I mean? While my son was flying my Maverick, it was cool. Oh,
Hey Lawrence, that drone you had that you lost there in the bushes.
Yeah, she's still
No-
back there with a
Knowing what
GoPro
I
on.
know now, you could have found it right
Yeah.
away.
You guys want to hear something funny?
All you gotta do is call that rent a goat and have a goat chew its way straight through to your drone.
And it's funny because I got the Hero Session 5 and I heard it has GPS on it. And I'm like, well, what the hell do I need GPS on the camera for? Well, unbeknownst to me, the reason they put GPS on it also is so you can locate.
Find it. Yep.
Now, I didn't cut my GPS on. I'm flying in the park. I'm flying. And I call the guy, I said, yo, I lost my drone. He says, you have the Hero Session 5, right? I said, yes. He said, did you turn on the GPS? I said, no. So he says, well, then you won't be able to find it. But it's still sitting back there, Brent. I had maybe got 3 flights with it.
well, here,
It's in a waterproof case. It survived. This is the 2nd year. It's been back there in the bushes. Just like you see them find GoPros underwater and they still work. Well, somebody's going to find this damn GoPro one day when they go back there to clean it out or clear the trees to build something. And
And
they're going to
"What
find
is
my
this?"
joint.
I'm like, what is this? And we're like, this is one of those GoPro cameras from like 40 years ago.
my grandfather had one of these.
Yeah.
How does it operate? Why do you have to push a button?
And I was just amazed at the feature. I could say GoPro turn off, GoPro record, GoPro take picture. And well, needless to say, I will never have another GoPro Hero 5.
Then went by the bushes and like, GoPro, where you at?
Exactly. Yeah. Yo, GoPro.
No GoPro, right?
Right. Clap his ass. Like.
But lesson learned.
Leave the GPS on. Now, would
Well,
it,
the other thing too,
would it
with the
return home
racing-
to you?
with the racing drones, if you lose them, you can use your goggles as a locator.
Yes.
It actually beacons itself like it gets stronger, or actually it gets like less signal. It gets, as you get near it, it zeroes in on the drone. I've saved my drone 3 or 4 times doing it that way. And I just follow the power in my goggles and the reception that it's getting to the drone itself.
Right. You can do that. As long as you're headed in the right direction, you're okay.
Correct.
Yeah, I saw something like that they have. It was an aftermarket setup that you could put on almost anything.
Yeah, a tracker. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, those are like those little tiles things.
Right. You can actually buy the little squares that they have now. You can throw them in your kid's pocket. You can throw them in, or their backpack.
Right, their
throw 'em in the
backpacks
car,
and stuff. Yeah.
and you can tell exactly where it is.
But they're only good for a certain limit, a certain distance. The little ones that they sell for like $20-something, those are good for within 100 to 300 feet. Now the expensive ones that I could be here and a quarter mile away, of course those cost more, but that's the gimmick. They try to get you open on the one that only works and it's within a couple of 100 feet, and then they say, well, you can upgrade to this one.
Well, the thing I saw a couple of different things like that. One was a system where is that other people who are using the same system,
yeah,
can also assist in finding your junk. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It'll also give them a signal that something that's lost came up on their so I don't know.
Hopefully not, because otherwise they could track you.
I'd hate for somebody to be looking for something and they find, your drone or whatever, and then next thing you know, they're holding it for ransom.
Well, I always thought somebody would do that if I lost my drone. And you have your number. When you first register, they say you can put the number on the sticker and stuff like that. When I first got into drones, I was like, do I really want to put my phone number?
You know what's funny about that? Me and Jalen was talking about that, and Jalen said to me, "They're not returning your drone. If it goes down, they're not returning your drone." He goes, "They're gonna go get another remote and go fly."
I've had
It's
2
true.
drones.
You see it all the time on Facebook. You see it all the time. Hey, what's up, EBR? You see it all the time. Hey, and indoor quadcopters. You see it all the time, always.
Guys,
hey,
I had a Phantom
drone
4
without
and a racing
controller.
drone. Both get returned to the police station.
Drone without a controller.
Okay.
You see it all
Mr.
the
Crowley,
time.
you had your drones turned into the police station?
Yep. When they were lost. Yeah, somebody found them. One was found like a month later,
Mm-hmm.
and they returned it to the police station. I just happened to walk in when I'm like, I gotta check. And they're like,
Did somebody run off with them, or you left them somewhere?
What's that?
You left them, or you lost them?
Lost them.
Oh, you had a flyaway or something.
No, I had after my drone got attacked by the hawk, the hawk hit it, and it went down. I had it repaired, and then while it was flying, it had ESC failure, and it just dropped out of the sky, and it was like a quarter of a mile from me. And when I went to go get it, it was gone.
That's
and
funny.
I couldn't find it, so I thought it was stuck way up in a tree, because these trees are like 50 feet high. They're huge. And my buddy called me the next day. The police put an ad out saying, "We found the drone, just come to the police station." Because they saw it. It's kind of a big drone. They know it's expensive. And I went down there, described it, and they had it right there.
So it landed in in the street somewhere?
It landed at a postman's feet.
Justin had a flyaway. We were flying in the park, right? And he was flying line of sight. And I'm like, yo, it's getting too far away. Turn around, turn around. He said, I'm trying. But it kept going further away. So to make a long story short, we saw it fly about 4 blocks away. Now, Herman knows where the park is where I fly from. He knows where that park is. So it flew 4 blocks away to this high school, in the direction of this high school. So we figured it would be in a field or in someone's backyard there. Well, I didn't know at the time, but he had the fail safe. When you set him up, the fail safe, when you lose signal, you set it to drop out the sky. He set his to hover. So it never went down when he lost signal. Instead of going down, it kept cruising. Come to find out, a week later, a guy that works in a Dominican store down the block says, "Yo, man, I found a drone. It landed in my yard." So I'm like, "Let me see it." He brought it to work. It was Justin's drone. It
That's
actually
awesome.
went 4 blocks down one way, and then when it lost signal, it turned in whatever direction it wanted to turn, and it flew and it flew and it flew until it lost power, and then it died above this guy's house. And because it's losing power, it comes down slowly. It landed in the dude's yard. He says, "Yo, man, you want to buy it?" I said, "Well, let me get back to you." I'm like, "Yo, Justin, I found your drone. This guy wants to sell your drone back." So he says, "Well, how much did the guy want for it?" I said, "Well, let me see if I can get 50. If he'll go for 50, because he didn't know what it was. There's a $200 something drone." So the guy says, "Yeah, I'll take 50 for it." And then Justin gave me the 50. I gave him the $50, and Justin got his drone back. And this was after about a week and a half.
Yeah, I set mine depending on where I'm at. I've set mine to hover too. You know, depending on where I'm at, I could reset it to return to home. You know, because it's all different. You know, if you're in a wide open space, you know, I'd rather it hover. You know, and stay right there and go get it if it lose signal instead of trying to come back and you smack into a building somewhere.
Right.
You know, especially if it starts getting dark or whatever the case may be, you know, and the amber light is on, the sensor's not working. You want that thing to hover. This way you can see it on the GPS on your screen and go to it, you know?
Right. Provided you have enough battery time for it to hover that long, right?
I know they do pretty good in the dark.
Yeah.
See, with the racing drones, you want them to drop, because if they're at an angle, they'll just keep going straight.
Yeah.
They hit something.
Yeah.
So you just want them to drop.
Right.
So when you lose signal, they don't automatically come to a hover. They just keep going at whatever angle you got them at.
Or drop, if you have it set as a default to drop.
If
Like
you have it set-
mine just lands.
The average pilot sets it, the fail-safe, to fall, to drop, to kill the motors and drop from the sky. That's the best thing. Because at least you know when you play it back in your goggles, okay, I lost signal right about here. I'm moving at about 30, 40 miles per hour. You can kind of guess where it's going to fall.
What if
or
I
where it
lose
fell.
signal over the water?
But
Goes
if you
in the
like,
water.
like he says, if you keep the goggles on, as you get closer, the video gets better. But if you have a long distance bird, that doesn't mean crap if the signal comes back and you're still 6 blocks away.
Right. Right. Because there's so little anyways, you know.
That's a
But
scary
It's
thing.
so funny when I'm flying the Maverick and I go to the racing drone. It's just so different. But I love being able to do both types of flying. It's phenomenal what we have here. This is an awesome hobby.
All right, I'm gonna put this last motor on and I'm gonna quit for the night.
Guys, actually, I'm gonna fly. Do you want to do a drop or?
We can get one before you bounce.
Cool.
That'll work.
Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by
Those guys.
That was a little better.
All right, I got 3 of the 4 motors back in. I just got to throw the camera on, and the
Looking
receiver,
good.
the Crossfire receiver is coming tomorrow. So I'm going to figure out how to program this radio tonight after I get off of here. And hopefully when the receiver comes tomorrow, I'll be able to put it in and take it for a test run.
Well,
But she was
don't
working
stop-
fine.
Don't
I
stop
just
to get the other motor on.
She was working fine. Well, I'm working on that now.
Okay.
Hey, what happened with Justin? You said?
Huh?
What did you say happened to Justin?
What do you mean? Oh, he gets off at 5 p.m. So I don't know what's happening on that aspect, but he usually gets off at 5.
Guys, have a great night. Lawrence,
You too,
check out that
man.
link I sent you.
We'll see you,
Check out
Mr.
that.
Crowley.
Catch you later, man.
Be good, guys.
All right,
Yeah,
later.
and then there was 4.
Hey, Mia.
So what's good, Ray?
Ain't nothing, bro. See, you gonna
No,
bring
Mia,
next
we're not
couple
doing
days.
those shots. Cut it out.
Uh-oh.
Got in the drop. There you go.
Cut it out, Mia. Stop
Next couple
instigating.
days.
And you're saying it to Paul like he really drinks.
Yep. Well, Lawrence is the one that started the shot and the drop thing.
Hey, listen.
He actually shamed everybody else into it.
That was, yeah, right, Paul.
You know what, Paul? You know when it comes to the agricultural field with the drones and stuff like that, I actually thought that these farmers, some of them would actually go out and get their own, certificate for Part 137 and do their own spraying. But they have companies like this Empire Drone Company.
Yep.
That just recently got a certificate for 137 from the FAA to spray crops.
Yep. Well, that's because, Herman, if you think back about it, the farmers never really did their own spraying ever. They used to have they used to have planes that did it and other things. And that was all
spray and all that, yeah.
company. So it's a normal for them to pay somebody else to do that portion.
Yeah, because this way when it don't grow, they got somebody to blame.
That plus you have to have a special certification in order to spray those chemicals.
No, I know that. That's why I figured the guy that's growing the crops would know exactly what the mixtures and all that should be.
They do.
They
don't want the headache
on the crop. Yep.
Leah, a lot of them, there's a lot of chemistry. Hey, what's up, Rick Halber? There's a lot of chemistry behind it. So it is easier to leave it in someone else's hands.
Yeah.
If my crops don't grow this year, that's because the guy used the wrong mixture.
Yep.
You blame that on him, or you still gonna be broke.
Sad, but true.
So now they're going to start spraying the marijuana crops.
Yeah, they spray them good.
Yep.
So keep the buds fluffy.
They'll give them all the go-go juice they can deserve.
That's the problem. That's the problem right there.
He said, give them the go-go juice.
Yeah.
That's going to be the problem right there.
All right.
It adds a new dimension to angel dust.
The go-go juice.
Go-go juice.
Yeah, that's always been everybody's fear.
Yep.
Go-go juice.
Legalizing it. Give me the black market stuff, please. I don't want the one with the go-go juice on it.
Yeah, that might be too much of an issue.
That's the
All
one
right.
I have you over there.
Yep.
After a while, you'll be there.
Yep. And somebody will say, well, what's the matter with you, Herman? You say, oh, I got the go-go juice. You say, no, you need the blue go-go juice.
They've been telling, and next thing you know, they were talking about this legalizing the marijuana has caused people to lose jobs and homes and stuff. Nah, it's the go-go juice.
Yep.
That's what it is, Herman.
That's what it's going to be.
Look.
Come on, what they do with the
Hello, Rick Halber. How you doing?
with the people who are on heroin and stuff like that? What were they giving them? What, the methadone? What was that? How'd that work out for you?
True.
That's
True.
One go-go juice to the next go-go juice. How'd that work out for you?
You have a valid point there.
Never works when they get their hands on it.
All right, I'm putting this camera on and I'm done for the day.
You got the motor in already?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, all 4 motors are on.
Do they work?
It worked before. I just took it apart. Yeah, it should. I shouldn't have any problem. Now, once I put this camera back in here, I'm gonna leave it like that. What's up, Aerial Landscapes? How are you, buddy?
Aerial Landscapes. What's up, man? You heard that, right, Ray? It worked before he took it apart.
Worked
took it
before
apart.
I took it apart. Yep.
I heard that in stereo.
Yep.
So, if you hear me cursing all the way from Brooklyn tomorrow, you'll know why.
Because it worked before he took it apart.
Everybody make sure you hit that like button.
Yeah, please do. All
So
right.
anyway, what else is good, Paul?
Well, do not, if somebody comes to your door and says their name is Paul Murray and they're good at installing video equipment, you say no thank you.
That's what it is, Paul.
That's what it be.
Oh, Ray, you know, you would probably like this one. Remember when I had the notice to drone pilots and geniuses?
Mm-hmm.
Well, some genius went to Super Bowl with his drone. And that was the suspect. Well, not a suspect, but he's got a fine.
Yeah, they gave him a stiff one from what understood. They gave him a fine on the spot. And now he's got to go back and forth to court.
Robert.
I'm sorry, hon. What you say? My bad.
Some genius took his drone to the Super Bowl. He said he just wanted to capture the moment with his drone. After being told not to.
Oh shit.
He said he wanted to get some of the sights downtown. Supposedly.
And the moral of the story is,
so now he's got a nice fine to pay, even though he knew that the Super Bowl was a no.
Hold up. Did we just preach that? Come out, nobody.
Yeah, everybody did.
Do the cupidness.
Yep.
The FAA, everybody had something on it.
And he had to do it, huh?
He just had to do it.
He
Had
had
to
to do
capture
it.
the moment. Did this bozo even
Like
have
a
tickets?
pop. Yeah.
How Lawrence, did he even have tickets?
Huh?
Did he even
Yeah.
have tickets, or he just wanted to?
Listen,
Thank
I
you.
don't know what the deal was. All I know is
Okay, wait, I'm coming. Wait a minute.
all I know is he effed up.
Can you imagine
Hold on a
that?
second. Oh, you later.
Not only do you
Yeah.
get fine, but
Oh, he puts the thing on the
tickets,
side.
throw you out and not let you come into the stadium.
Yeah, that would be kind of messed up, wouldn't it?
After taking a trip all the way down to Florida,
Well,
spending 10 grand on a ticket. And
I'm pretty sure they were advertising on TV. Don't even think about flying a drone here. You know, I'm more than sure of it. And the fact that he even attempted it and thought he could get away with it, you get what you deserve. Plain and simple. You get what you deserve. Oh, that's why. My camera was crooked. Now I know why she was crooked. I put the piece in backwards. It's a small section, so
Really? All of that?
you see this here? I don't know if you can see it. There's two holes.
Yeah.
See that hole in the front there?
Yep.
That's the one I was using for this side, right?
Yeah.
But on this side, the hole is in the back. So I need to flip this piece around
Hey,
so
Matt,
that the
you
hole
guys
is over here.
Same thing.
Then my camera going straight.
Well, can't you just make the other holes bigger?
Oh my boy, I'm gonna have a sip after that.
Well, Herman, wouldn't that make sense? You just ream out the holes that are too small where you want them. You already got a template of four holes.
No, they're not too small. I just have to reverse the piece. You know how it is. Reading is fundamental until you stop reading. What VTX am I using? I actually have a TBS. What do I have? What do I have here? I have one in a bag. Let me find my bag. I'll tell you in a
He's
second.
gonna show us one of those mystery bags again, Herman.
Yeah,
It is. This is the bag. This is the bag of doom.
That's where you keep all your stuff and that.
He's pulling out them silver bags you can't see.
You can't see what it is.
Yeah.
TBS Unify Pro.
What does he do, Paul? I don't know if you can see it, but
You see it? Yeah.
right
You
here.
see it? Yeah.
Right here. Yeah, it's right there. It's
I
right
said
there. I'm
it's-
telling you, it's right there.
It's right there. Yeah.
I'm ignoring you guys.
That's what you did earlier, man.
That was
Oh yeah,
hilarious.
yeah. You couldn't see. You couldn't see the this one here. But look how small the piece is.
He's gonna do it again.
See, I didn't have it on the right
Doing it
angle.
again.
There it is, right there. You can see it
There it
right
is.
there. Now you can see it inside the bag.
Right, right.
Right there.
Uh-huh. That's what I said. Right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Right there. Right there. You can see it right there.
Hey, Ray,
Oh my goodness.
Ray, what is it when Lawrence gets on a roll? You know?
What's up, 3X
You
Strong?
like jelly on the roll, baby. Like
Be
jelly on the roll.
He's liable to quote to us that it's hard to be nice to people.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Wait a minute. Sonar.
What happened there?
I was trying to contact someone. They're letting me know they're home. I'm like,
I
yeah,
thought
so
you
am I.
swallowed one of those
I'm
pills
home too.
that takes pictures of you as it goes all the way down through you, and that was the sonar.
That's the new stuff coming.
Yeah.
No more invasiveness when they do
No.
the endoscopies
You
and
gotta swallow the pill
colonoscopy. Just swallow the pill.
and squat on a big strainer. That's it.
All right, let's see. Now this piece should come out easily.
You got one of those too, right? The silver bag that you can't see in.
He got a silver bag, but Ray pulls it out and shows it.
Yeah.
Unlike Lawrence, was right
This
there.
is for the for the tab A for the mini.
Ah,
Got to get the cord for it, you know. So we go to the SIDAC.
You got one too.
Yeah.
Everyone's got those tab A's, I see.
Yeah, they
Because I
free,
have the
so
seven. I have the
free.
7-inch. I love mine.
Mine was free, so I jumped right on there.
Yeah, so is mine.
Yeah, and it works great with that mini. It works great with the mini.
Okay.
Yeah, it works great with the mini. No lagging at all.
Bigger than the controller.
Yeah, I took it, and I got the Mav mount for it and everything. The controller is the same size as all the other controllers for the Maverick.
Ah, now she lines up perfect.
What, you turned it around or you made the
Yeah. And listen to Paul make another hole.
it made the hole bigger.
whole?
And then he's
Oh,
gonna
come
hold
on.
it up. He's gonna hold it up there. I guarantee you, Herman. He's gonna say, "See the difference?"
No.
Nope.
You're. I'm going to spare you guys the suspense.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
And what are you gonna do?
Uh-oh, something went wrong.
Huh?
Something went wrong.
No. No, I said I'm going to spare you the suspense of
Uh-huh.
haggling, harassing me.
Okay. What size is that one? You got Ray?
It's
Well,
like the
Tablet.
it's like the 8-inch,
Okay.
7-inch or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I have. I have the 7-inch.
Yeah, the 7-inch, yeah.
All right. Camera's in. Operation was a success. Everything's back in except the receiver, which comes tomorrow, which I need to figure out. Hey, any of you FPV guys in there got a link on how I can hook up this Crossfire to this, how I can update this Crossfire to this Tyrannus? Send me a link. I just got it today. I just plugged it in. I powered it up. I know everything works, but I do have to upgrade the firmware on it. So if you got a link, let me know and I'll take it from there.
Uh-oh. Please.
But she's good to go though. She's ready to go. cameras
Somebody help
in,
them out. I hate
receivers,
no.
VTX is here, and
Antennas
basically,
flopping around.
yeah, flopping around because I got to use a glue gun, a heat gun,
glue gun.
a heat gun to heat up this gooey tape here. Once it heats up, it rubberizes and then it cools, turns solid.
Oh, like the stuff they use on the inside of the what do you call it, on the connections for the antenna?
I guess.
On the inside of your controller has something like that.
Right, and actually, it's hard and viable. Joshua Bardwell, Crossfire. Yes, Joshua Bardwell is your FPV guru. Well, I like him, except he starts out each show or live stream with, "Hi, I'm Joshua Bardwell, and today you're going to learn something." Suppose I can't learn something today. I'm just that dumb. You know? I'm just saying. All right, let me hit this guy back and tell him 10 minutes.
What, Lawrence?
Huh?
That sounds like you trying to blame this guy for your shortcomings.
Shh, Herman, stop it.
Well, I mean, if you are capable of learning.
Hold on.
We're holding.
Doing a live shit.
Doing a live shit. Wait till I wipe, please.
I'm doing a live stream until 7 p.m. 10 minutes after, I'll call you.
Doing a live flush.
Yeah.
A live flush?
In the middle of the live stream.
Yeah. Looking for the magic pill. Yep.
Well, I've never did as much work on an FPV before today. Today was a big thing for me. This is a major step.
Well, you should have put the camera on it so everybody could see what you.
Well, it's a good thing you got practice in, Ray. Tell him he'd probably be doing that 10 times before summer gets here.
Yeah, buddy.
Paul, don't make me give you the bird. Don't make me give you the bird, Paul.
You got all those Ford drones over there?
Yep.
What happened?
You got those Ford drones over there?
Which ones? The little ones?
All of those Ford drones.
Ford?
Yeah, fix, repair daily.
Oh, man.
A real wise guy there. Yeah. I'm happy I got her back together. That's all I'm saying. This was my first 7-inch bird. I was using an R9 module. Now I'm getting Crossfire. I don't have to worry about, the field we were in with John. Remember you came to the field, Kaiser Park, when we were with John. Now with my R9, I was able to go from one end of the park to the other end, down where the school is, and turn around. With this, I can go past the school if I want and come back. But I probably won't until I put a GPS in it.
Yeah.
That's the next thing to get, a GPS.
$250?
You didn't even return the home?
Hell no. Hell no. GPS for is like $35.
Okay, that's what Crawley says, like for the whole kit, like $250.
If you get
he just wants to know where he lost it. He doesn't want it to come back.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
Right.
I got you.
Right. There's a difference.
Yeah, he wants to know it went down in the water.
All right. So you might as well activate your GPS and your GoPro. Shit.
Well, it will never go out again without it. It's on all the time now.
Yeah, good.
It's on all the time.
In the water and not that and not.
All right. That was successful. Now all I need is to set that up for tomorrow for my Crossfire. Then when the receiver comes, I bind it. Crossfire trumps R9. Indoor quadcopters. Plus, I do know and realize that my issue was my pockets weren't ready for Crossfire. And then it dawned on me, the money that I'm spending on this other stuff, I could have went ahead and got the damn Crossfire to begin with.
Pusa Studios.
That's usually how it goes.
Who else is going live tonight?
Pusa Studios. Isn't Val going live tonight?
I don't think so.
Tuesdays. It's Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
It's Tuesday. Val goes live on Tuesdays.
Right. This is Wednesday.
This is Wednesday.
Oh shoot, I lost a day somewhere.
Yeah. 40.
To even say Tuesday, he never do live stream on a Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't even dawn on me.
Yeah, Val's on Tuesdays. Paul's on Mondays. You're on Sunday.
Herman's on Wednesdays. You're on Sundays.
Yeah, and with all these damn live streams.
One Ray's gonna give you a night.
Ray, when are you going on your own live?
Geeks Vanna says I always learn something on those guys. We appreciate you. We appreciate you, Sean Geeks Vanna.
Ray's going to be our Thursday night guy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's right,
Like
Ray
11
Hall.
o'clock at
I
night.
got it, Ray Hall with the dance hall.
That's it.
Yeah, I'll shut it off. I have all kinds of things going on behind me. Herb just lit up on that one.
Yeah.
Be careful.
I'll get 1 million subscribers on one night.
There you go.
One night. I just had to have two with me in the background, just sitting there. Like, don't even say nothing. Don't even say nothing. Just sit there.
Just sit there and
Yep.
look pretty,
Tune
right?
in for a chick flick
Just
with
sit there and
cool
look
tech.
pretty, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I said, when you see Paul Murray cheeks red, we in the house, baby.
Make sure you mark the channel not suitable for kids.
Exactly. Yes. Peep at your own risk. Oh man, that's funny.
You know what's always been funny about that? Everybody wants to hold you accountable for that. But yet the only thing that's stopping the kid from getting in is that thing that says, are you 18 years of age?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, you,
Yes. Like they're gonna say no.
Mm-hmm.
Asking them is more of an incentive for them to lie.
Yeah.
Well, try not to put yourself in a situation where someone can say no.
Who?
That's
See now, see that's where the problems will get started. You know, no don't always mean no. And then some guys get in trouble.
true. That's why I don't drink dark liquor anymore.
Oh, because when she means no, you want
No,
Hey,
drink
Herman.
dark liquor, get into trouble.
Hey, Herman, I don't remember what he was drinking the other day. That moonshine imported wasn't dark; it was clear.
Yeah, it was.
So
clear.
he's converted now to strictly.
No.
Yeah.
If it's
He said no
not,
that night.
if it's not clear, I'm nowhere near.
He said no that. He said no that night.
Yep.
Well, let's just say I was sick as a dog the next morning.
Oh,
That much alcohol should not be consumed in a matter of minutes.
that's not
Right.
good.
We tried to slow him down, didn't we, Herman?
You a
He
effing
was on a
lie.
roll.
You tried to slow me
He
down.
was.
Every time you saw Paul, he was doing this.
Paul
Yeah.
was in the back going, shot.
That's funny, yo.
Tell me he wasn't.
And what was that, episode 435 or something?
I don't remember.
What is it, 35?
we gotta
Yeah,
do
something
it
like that. Yep.
the one before is it before New Year's?
Yep.
Yeah, I
Before
had to go
New-
back to that, get some laughs off of that.
Paul was just trying to amp him up. Drink.
I was trying to calm him down. That's why I was doing this. Time to take a break. A break.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna have to play that episode back and zoom in on your window.
Take a break, huh?
That was up, Ray, one of the top fives, I think. The other one, the top of the list, though, has got to be the night that Lawrence danced. That,
Oh, the belly dance.
the top one. Yep.
So Lawrence took
It
the
was
kid on
more
both
of-
events, huh?
It was more of a belly rub
Yeah,
dance.
and it was,
Yo,
and it was the lead up to it. That was
that had my boy, that had Matt rolling on the floor. I said, yo, he did the belly dance. I was crying, yo. Yo, I was crying, yo. He said, yo, how he do that? How he do that? The belly dance.
Hey, yo, isn't it 2 minutes? Let's get the hell out of here.
You know what though? You remember when was it Philly Drone Life came on with that Superman So when he was running through the house, I was
running back.
thinking he didn't
Oh,
trip.
that was funny,
You
yo.
flipped
That was
that
funny.
shit on.
Yo, that dude there, man. Well,
Yo, but when he
funny.
ran up on his neighbors that were moving in, they were like,
Oh,
"Oh no, we gotta watch
First
it."
of all, he was standing. They were probably looking at him down the block, yelling and screaming
Yep.
to himself. And then for him to come down there with the camera and say, and he, oh, they must be very religious. Look at the statues. He's showing the world his neighbors moving in.
Yep.
so all
Then
they
he
stuff
wonders
and
why.
everything.
Then he wonders why they didn't want to talk to him. I
Yeah.
bet till this day they still don't talk to him.
He pushed the camera right in front of him and says, "Hey, say hello to the world." You know.
Yeah, it's crazy, yeah. I was laughing like crazy. I was like, yo, oh, that's extra. But I showed up want to get out there
Let's
and
get
hang
this
out
drop.
with him, though, man.
Yeah, we gotta set something up, man.
Mm-hmm.
The weather seems like
The thing is, we need to go. To be honest,
these days.
To be honest, we need to go out to Philly and get a hotel room.
That's what I
And
said.
this way, because this way we could go and chill for a few hours, go back to the room, relax, you know, because that traveling there 3 hours,
Yeah.
hanging out all day, looking for public bathrooms, and then have to drive back home is real hard on the body.
That's why we gotta go out there, have a fun, get like you said, get a room, go to the bathroom, chill out, hit the night flight,
Right,
go
right,
back to the
right.
room, head out.
Or what you do is you might want to check and see how
Last
much
time
it
you
would cost you to rent a big motorhome. Because then you'd have a bathroom with you and everything else.
No, that's all right. That's all right. That's
No,
like
you
sitting
gotta
next to the
put it
bathroom on a bus.
You gotta put it to me. Man, no,
Oh man.
no.
I'm good with going back to the hotel for a couple of
And
hours.
eating and after eating a couple of those Philly cheesesteaks, you need your own bathroom,
Yeah, baby.
especially
And-
from
and-
New York.
And sharing your pickles with Michael. Yep.
Yo, that's
let's get
not
this
gonna
straight.
happen. Even Billy Kyle was like, huh?
Yep.
That was funny. Listen, it's 7:01.
Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by
Those
guys.
and we appreciate you all.
Wow.
All right,
I'd like to thank everybody in the chat for coming and hanging out with those guys. I'd like to thank
Every
all you
Wednesday
guys here on the
night,
panel.
5 p.m.
Right. Yeah, what he said.
Every
And don't
Wednesday night, 5
forget-
p.m. here.
Don't forget,
Sunday nights on my channel,
Sunday
Nalvis
nights,
Quad's channel, and on Monday nights on Paul Mary's channel.
we got the PMS show.
Yes, the PMS show, wherever he is, because on my screen he's down here, so I don't know
Yeah.
where he is. I may be pointing a Ray, so I'll point in both corners.
So everyone in the chat, thanks for coming and hanging out with us. And I'll see you next time on Phantom Flight 101.